right, Sophie, thank you so much for your time for Telemundo Deportes. Let's talk about your favorite subject, soccer or Fútbol. For those that don't know your story, Sophie, where were you born and how did you fall in love with soccer?
I was born in Portland, Oregon in the United States, but I have my dual citizenship in the US and Argentina. My mom grew up in Argentina, moved to the States when she was like 23 to study English, ended up meeting my dad and staying. So I grew up in the US, but I have a big part of me is Argentine, which I'm thankful for. I started playing soccer when I was really little, probably 6 years old. I think I played like every sport imaginable growing up, but soccer was the obvious favorite. I just loved it from the start and brought a lot of joy and friends into my life that I'm thankful for.
Yep, your hair, yeah.
Thank you.
Who introduced you to soccer? And I know it was your grandfather, but who introduced you to soccer?
Yeah, so originally my parents got me into soccer, but I think my mom's side of the family, my grandparents on that side, they were the ones that really helped me fall in love with the game. Soccer is just such a huge part of their lives growing up in Argentina, and that was something that I was really drawn to and loved about it. So I'm thankful for them and their love for soccer that spread to me.
How was it visiting Argentina, being, seeing the games over there and seeing the fans and the country, how much it means to them?
Yeah, visiting Argentina was super special and really fun for me. Obviously, soccer is big in the US too, but seeing it in Argentina is like a whole different side of soccer. Going to games, I'm like, wow, these fans are crazy and they really do love it. And that was super special to be a part of. I remember my family's big River Plate fans, so I got to go to the stadium and that was just super fun for me and super special to be a part of.
How did you get to be in the national team in the under 20? How did that happen?
Yeah, it was kind of a crazy experience, but when I first came, I played with the under 20s, and I think they had seen some highlights and kind of got to know me a little, so I went for like a team camp and ended up having the Copa América U20 tournament pretty soon after, which was unfortunately cut short due to COVID, but it was a really good first experience for me and first tournament to get to play in.
Let me ask you something. A lot of people will wonder how come you decided to pick the Argentina national team versus the U.S. team. I know that decision came easy to you because I read it, but like for those that are not familiar with that story, how did that come about for you and your family?
Yeah, picking to play for Argentina was an easy choice for me because I think I felt so connected soccer-wise to that part of my family and my side of who I am. So it was a pretty easy choice for me. And when the opportunity kind of presented itself, it was something that I would have never turned down. And I was super excited, and so was my whole family.
What do your parents say whenever you told them that you're going to decide to go for Argentina instead of U.S.?
My parents were super happy for me when I said I want to play for Argentina, especially my mom. I think that was really big for her. Obviously, she left her country and came to the U.S. and wasn't around her family a lot. So I think she was really excited for me and to kind of get to know more of her culture and her side of the family. So I was excited, and my whole family was very supportive.
How was it playing the Sudamericano Sub-20 in Argentina and wearing the jersey and actually scoring in that over there?
It was super special to play in the Copa América with the Sub-20s. That was kind of my first big tournament, and putting on the shirt with my name on it was a feeling that's indescribable. I loved it, and it's super special and an emotional moment, obviously, for me and my whole family, and I'm just very thankful to have had that opportunity and to continue to play.
How did it feel to score for your national team?
It was crazy. Like, scoring for my national team was amazing, and I mean, I'm just thankful that I can help the team win and advance, and whether I'm the one scoring or I'm stopping goals or I'm cheering my loudest from the bench, I'm just happy to be a part of it and see my team succeed.
With the main team, the adult team, that your first time with them was during the She Believes Cup. Mm-hmm. How was it being called for the main team?
Being called for the main team was amazing. I felt so lucky, and honestly, I was surprised. But it was really special to be a part of, and just to kind of grow and get to know the players that have paved the way with the national team before me was super special.
Now, talking about the Copa América 2022, obviously you knew what was at play there. How was it playing that tournament, knowing that the qualification for the next World Cup depended on? Well, it did depend on that match, especially against Paraguay.
Yeah, I think there's obviously a large amount of pressure with the Copa America tournament because that's the bid to the World Cup and the Olympics, and a lot comes from that. So we knew that that's what we wanted. That was our goal from the start. And I was just happy to help my team in any way I could get there and achieve our goals and reach that world stage that we wanted to showcase our talents on.
You guys are about to come out to the pitch with Paraguay. What was going through your mind, and what was going through the team's mind in that match?
I think we were excited to play Paraguay. We knew that the World Cup was on the line, and we wanted it. We weren't gonna lose that game. I don't think anyone was gonna let that happen, and it ended up being a really good game. Scary at times, but we were just excited, and we knew that our goal was so close. It was 90 minutes away, so that was a special feeling and something that we were working towards, obviously, for a long time.
All right, so the last whistle, you guys won. You guys are in the World Cup. What do you and your teammates say to each other? How do you guys celebrate? What did that mean to you and to the team?
Yeah, obviously to the team, qualifying for the World Cup and winning that game was everything. It was a super emotional and happy experience to be a part of, and I think everybody was in shock and thankful, and we had been working so hard just to get to that moment. So finally being able to say that we achieved it and we were going to the World Cup was a special feeling and something that we were all happy for, both individually and as a team, obviously.
When the Argentina team played the friendlies now with New Zealand, you guys won all three of them. What did those friendly matches taught the team, and what do you girls got from those victories over there?
Yeah, being able to go to New Zealand and play those friendlies definitely helped us not only see where we're going and kind of get our footing of where we were going to be, but also just to show us that I think we've been really progressing even since the tournament over this past summer. And it was just exciting to see like our hard work paying off and to just walk towards the World Cup in such a positive and exciting manner.
All right, so Argentina is part of Group G with Italy, Sweden, and South Africa.
Yeah.
How do you see that group? How does the team prepare for that group?
Yeah, we're a part of a really good group, obviously. I mean, every team in the World Cup is a great team and worked hard to be there. I think we're excited for our group. They're great teams, but I think we have a great opportunity to get out of it and kind of keep playing, which is our goal, obviously.
Yeah. How do you see that first match and you being there in the stadium singing the national anthem with the Argentina jersey? How do you think that's going to be for you?
To be in the stadium and sing the national anthem and be wearing an Argentina jersey with my name on the back is honestly like a dream for me, and I'm so excited. I know it's going to be emotional and exciting and scary and everything all in one, but I'm super excited.
How do you think what do you think it will mean for your parents to see you play at the biggest sporting event in the world for women?
My parents are definitely going to be emotional. I think my mom will be crying for sure, probably the whole time. But I think they're really happy for me, and they're excited for me, and they're excited to go as well.
All right, cool. All right, Sophie, so now you're in Club León in the Liga MX Femenil. How has it been? This is your first season playing professionally.
Yeah.
How has it been, and what are your expectations from your experience here?
Yeah, I'm super excited to be here and to play with León. It was a great opportunity for me, and I'm just excited to start my professional career here in such a great league that's growing. And I'm going to learn Spanish. That's the goal. And I'm excited and thankful, and it's been like a great transition, and everyone's been super welcoming. And everybody's competitive, and I think I've grown a lot, both personally on the field and off the field. So I'm excited to continue.
Even though you're really young, and you probably have taken advantage of how much the women's game has grown over these last few years.
Mm-hmm.
But can you tell me, like, from your perspective, even though you're 23, right? 23,
Yeah.
So you're 23. Like, how have you seen the game evolve since you were little up to now?
Yeah, I think it's evolved a lot. Honestly, I think one of my first experiences going to Argentina, I was pretty little, and I was kicking around a soccer ball. I think I was just juggling, messing around, and I remember a lot of people being surprised that like a girl was playing soccer and was pretty good. And now like we're kind of role models in Argentina, and people look to us, and people are coming to our games and breaking attendance records, which is super exciting. So I think the game is growing both in Argentina and everywhere, which is really exciting and fun to be a part of.
Cool. What inspires you? Like, what athlete, or well, especially women's soccer, or like what athlete inspired you when you were growing up, and probably today? Who do you look up to?
Yeah. When I was really little, I was obsessed with Mia Hamm. Obviously, growing up in the States, a lot of my role models were U.S. soccer players, and Mia Hamm was someone I really looked up to just because she was such a pivotal figure in women's soccer at the time. I remember doing school projects, and every single time I always wanted to do it on Mia Hamm. So she was someone I definitely look up to. And I think now there's a lot of amazing players that are easy to look up to and aspire to be. And just to name a few of them, I really looked up to Lindsey Horan. She played for the Portland Thorns, and I grew up in Portland, so I kind of got to watch her develop, and she was someone I really liked and looked up to.
Cool. What do you think is the biggest sacrifice that both you and your family have done for you to be able to live your dream of playing professionally?
Yeah. My family has sacrificed a lot for me to be here, both in time and money and every resource imaginable. But also they just have believed in me from the start, and they would wake up at 7 a.m. to take me to a soccer game 3 hours away, and they would sit there and watch and cheer for me even if I played bad. And I'm really thankful for them and all the support and love that they've shown me throughout.
What do you think that now that the World Cup, the Women's World Cup, will be 32 teams, just like the men's last time? What do you think the growth of the tournament means for the sport?
I think the growth of the sport has been clear in a lot of ways. I mean, we're getting a lot more fans, attention, media, resources poured in, and I think it's being shown in the fans that are coming out to watching and the numbers of people tuning in on TV. Like it's definitely growing, and it's really exciting to see. And I think the more opportunities that women's sports are given, the more it'll grow and the better it'll be.
And finally, what do you say to those girls that come to you, little girls that are inspired by you and your teammates to keep going and to play the sport? Like, what do you say to them?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's so special getting to pave the way for other girls just like me. When I was little playing soccer, I would have never imagined that I would be preparing for a World Cup ever. Like that, this is a dream come true, obviously, and I just hope to tell people that you can really do anything you set your mind to, and if I can do it, I promise you can too.
Cool. Oh, one last thing about the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
What are your expectations, and what is the team expectations about your experience at the World Cup?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of expectations for the World Cup. Obviously, we want to do the absolute best we can and make it as far as we can. I think being able to win a game, get out of the group stage is two really imminent goals that we have and that we're hoping to achieve. Individually, I want to help the team in any way I can, whether I'm on the field, on the bench. Like, I'm so happy to be there, and I want to succeed in every way possible for our team and make our country proud and show little girls that they can be there one day too. So I'm excited for that.
All right, so last question, I promise.
No, you're fine.
Who is the team to beat in this World Cup eventually?
Ooh, I think there's a lot of teams to beat. There's some really good teams, which is so exciting. I think Spain is going to be a force to reckon with for sure. The U.S., obviously. England has been very good. So it's exciting. I think there's a lot of teams that really can take it all, and we're just hoping for an opportunity to show what we can do, and to knock someone off big would be really fun and special.
Ya que nos encontraste, no olvides suscribirte a nuestra página para conocer todos los detalles de la Copa Mundial Femenina de la FIFA 2023. Reviviremos las mejores jugadas y tenemos los resúmenes más completos de todos los partidos. ¡Te esperamos!